Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you about structural learning theory. Today I will explain what is a SLT and how does SLT works. How does it help people on learning new stuff? At the end of this lecture, you should be able to demonstrate what is a SLT in one sentence and how could it be helpful when learning and what can SLT be applied in other fields. First, let's see what is a structural learning theory. Structural learning theory is a perspective model that suggests learners should start to develop rules for problem solving. In developing rules, the learner needs to fill the gaps in the problem and in doing so, learns problem solving. SLT also explains, forecasts, and directs specific individual behavior on specific problem in a certain range. SLT assumes that working memory keeps both data and memory. SLT combines learning theory, instructional theories, and instructional development procedures. Okay, now let's take a look at this diagram. It shows the procedure how structural learning model works. First, it tells what are included in the structural learning theory and the order of learning procedures. First, we need to know the knowledge representing, and then the ways of constructing, and then the process of cognition, and then critique and evaluate the knowledge. At the last, interplays with two agents. From the diagram, we can see the upper level rules are macro level rules, and there are specific rules for specific questions. In addition, the upper level rules master the lower level rules. Therefore, the diagram tells SLT holds its working data and memory, and it allows complicated mechanisms. Okay, let's see the next is the application. Structural learning theory could be used in schools. Before I took Econ 416, I think people could choose project could benefit. However, now I would choose a project which brings me the highest utility. Since 400 level classes have prerequisites, so it could ensure students are at the same level. Professor was teaching us more rules in economics. These rules he taught us are more specific than the rules we learned before. Therefore, SLT could be used in schools. Also, there are advantages and disadvantages in SLT. Structural learning theory allows the instructor to quickly and accurately select contents and put them in order for teaching the context rules. Sequencing of the instructional material is an advantage for SLT. Because of this advantage, people only need to test some parts of the rules, and the macro level is indicative of micro level of that rule. SLT is not refined, and the structural learning theory has no influence and applications in some settings, so it is not cumulative. Also, in as much as SLT deals with audience analysis, it did not include the background knowledge of the audience in either or its original or revised versions. Okay, let's talk about the similar models. There are two similar models, information processing theory and elaborational theory. Structural learning theory is saying that learners are taught by the form of rules, and upper rules master lower rule. Information processing theory also sets rule and they need a control mechanism and production rule for each task. And both theories stated that one specific rule for one specific problem. Elaboration theory is also similar to SLT. It suggests people to divide a problem into several small parts and the problems will be solved by different methods. However, structural learning theory holds data and working memories. Upper-level rules can cover the lower-level rules. However, information processing theory often assumes more complex control mechanism and production rules, and elaboration theory cannot use the method that solve the small problem to help dealing with the bigger problems. Okay, finally, there are three questions for you to understand the SLT better. Can you explain SLT in one sentence? And can you give some examples by using SLT? And how does SLT makes learning easier? Okay, this is a summary of what is this lecture about. SLT proposed it should be taught in the form of rules on the most macro level as possible. No matter who you are, you can always use SLT to help you establish an outline to help you learn. And here are some academic links for this lecture, for this material. Thanks for everybody.